Hello guys, today me and my sister Joanna are going to be teaching you how to make a chain reaction. Okay Jen, come over here. So, first of all, you will need a big room of space. Okay? So then, if you have any games or dominoes, those will be helpful for this. So Jen, you get that stuff on this stuff. And if you have carpet, dominoes won't really work on carpet. So something like this will work with dominoes. And then you can just start setting them up. For me, it helps to be on this side so I can go like this. So it's not it's whichever hand you're dominant with, you usually want that towards the chain reaction because this is going to be the start of the chain reaction. Hey Jen, could you go get those things over there? And then another thing that will really help is Kiva planks. Oh, so. And you can always follow along with me. So you can always pause. So if you're not as fast as me, because I've had a lot of practice doing this. And make sure, if you watch this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you can see chain reactions that I build, and you might be able to get some ideas off of it. So then can you come down here? Now, if you have a bunch of dominoes laid out and this can looking kind of boring, you can actually get a Kiva plank and act those like dominoes. And these is kind of good fun because you can put them farther apart. And make sure the dominoes look like they're gonna fall on each other, because if they don't, then it's just not gonna work. So you can get a couple of those, and then can you go get a few less books from up my room? So John is getting some light books, like Who Was books work really well. Just light books that have like a soft cover on them always work good. And sometimes you'll just find a Kiva plank or domino that won't stand up straight, and if that's the case, try and flip it over and do it. And if that doesn't work, then just move on to a different Kiva or move on to a different one, which in this case mine works. And be careful, you knock it down a lot. The chain reaction is just all about trial and error, really. So you're not going to get it on your first try like that. For all my chain reactions, it took me from anywhere from 5 to 30 tries. It will not happen on the first time. And I survived books also work well. So once you have all those laid out, you can move the Kiva planks off to the side. And then if you get one of the books, try and find as close to the middle as you can. It doesn't have to be the middle, and kind of bend it outwards. It doesn't ruin the book. And then just lay it like that. so that it's opened, but it will still get knocked down pretty easily. And make sure if you're not using stuff like this, that you make sure it works. And sometimes I've tried it with just one kiva plank and try and knock over a book. It doesn't work because it doesn't have enough energy so that it doesn't hit it. But a multiple do work. And then you just start laying the books out. Oh, where's the other one? Right here. Or like I just lay the books out like I told you how. And then sometimes they're a little too wide. And then like a really, really light game also works pretty. And then for a memory game, a really light one, the books will knock over it. And you don't want to get too heavy too fast, because then, let's say this one won't be able to knock this one over because this one's heavy, way too heavy for this one to knock down. So you kind of work from lightest all the way up to hard or heaviest. Oh, this one's open, so I'll put it in front of there. And if you want to add any like fancy little twirls and stuff like that, you can do that. But I'm just making a simple one for you. Yeah, go do that. But these can also be really challenging to make because you don't know what will happen. Oh yeah, and like this. If you have ramp, great. If not, you can always either make one out of like cardboard boxes or something like that. And then make sure you have like, nope, I did that. You have like a kiva plank and you have some string, because then you can just put the kiva plank inside the inside the string. So let me just tie this really quick. It's kind of hard to tie. And then usually I always do a second one just to make sure. So that's not really moving anywhere. So now we keep working our way up with bigger ones. And make sure, because the bigger you get, or the heavier you get, the more or likely it is to knock over because the top is heavy. So now I'm going to do that. And with this, I'm going to open up this top. How do we do this? Oh, I'll just do a different one. So you open up the thing, and then you stick this inside of it. So you can, when you close it, You want to put the side with this up and away from the ramp. Now, have the ramp like this. Yeah, can you go get some cars? So then you want to tie this. Hold on. Now you tie that and put it up so that then Johnny just got me some cars, and you can put them on there. They might tip this over a tiny bit, but as long as they don't tip it over, you're fine. Okay. Now, if you have any more flat surfaces, like hang on. Hang on. Hang on, I'm getting something. Game cases will work. So, I don't know if you can see this, but just lay them out across the finish line on it. And then get some dominoes. And so you can bring the camera over here so I can see what I'm doing. And you don't have to whisper, John. I think they can see you. Okay. So while John's getting the camera, just come here. If you have something like this, then get some dominoes and just start laying them across this, so no matter where the cars come, they will hit the dominoes. So and this is just an idea. You can do anything else with your chain reaction. But once again, I'm just trying to make it simple for you guys so that you don't have to go through all the trouble that I have. I'm just trying to get ideas flowing in your mind. So just keep like a triangle, but for dominoes. So the game cases are kind of lumpy, so it's gonna kind of be hard for it to knock over. Once you get close together, you want to kind of overlap them, so that two of them will fall and knock one over. And then just keep doing this. And all the way, it might look like a weird triangle, all the way until you get to one domino. Now what I like to do is you only need one if you have extra room. I like to get a piece of paper. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe a note card, something like that, and then put finish line. Okay. Sorry if I have bad handwriting, but okay. Now we don't need anything anymore. Now with the dominoes, you just start laying them out across the finish line. And you can make the finish line like a checkerboard if you want. It doesn't really matter. So you just keep doing that until you don't want to go anymore. And then everything around it, you just clean up. Like, here, can you help me? I'll clean up everything, like the dominoes and all that stuff. You can either just hide them or put them somewhere. Doesn't really matter. So, and we'll be back with the result after this, but don't go yet, because before I show you what the final result looks like, you always have to it's all about trial and error. So it will not work on your first try, I can guarantee you. But if you keep trying and keep trying, I know it's gonna work out. So this is the final result. Okay, so my sister Jillian is actually gonna knock the dominoes over, and you'll see. Yeah, this is our first attempt, so you can go, Jai. Well, that one, it did work, but that was just on the first try, and I also have some experience doing it. You might, like, your dominoes might be too far apart, or anything could be too far apart. And then maybe with this part, where
it's not
where
heavy enough.
It could not be heavy enough. It could be too heavy. This might not be far enough, so it won't pull it down. Anything could really happen. But I just kind of know how far to put the dominoes out. And yeah, so if you think this was helpful, please put a like and subscribe to see more video or some chain reactions that actually kind of look like this.